Oh boy, the truth about accountability. How important is accountability when building your business? How important is having a team that's got your back? How important is all of that? Well, let me tell you, it is probably one of the most important things that you can do for yourself and your business. So, I remember reading a book called The 1 Minute Millionaire, and I remember it's always stuck with me. It's been like one of the things that in all of my entrepreneurial career, and I think I read it really early on before I actually took the leap into internet marketing, into online marketing to where I am now. And I remember that the story begins with her finding a mentor. So there was somebody that that this lady recognized and said, "Hey, I want to be like her. She's got power. She seems to have command of the room. Like if there was somebody that I want to emulate and be like, it would be like her, right?" And so that's one of the things I always remembered is like find your mentors, find someone that you want to be like, somebody that has what you want, do what they do, and you'll get what you want. That line has always been like a core foundation of understanding what it is, like who do I want as a mentor? What products and services do I want to have access to? What courses do I want to buy? What companies do I want to belong to? That piece is always played in. Find somebody that has what you want, do what they do, and you'll get what you want. And that ties into, making sure you're looking at the person's lifestyle. What do they have? What is it that you perceive they've achieved, right? Are you looking to emulate them because of their skill set in a certain business, right? Are you looking to connect with them because of their financial knowledge, right? You always are reaching up for leaders. You always are looking for people that you want to become like, right? And I'm not saying that you want to mimic them. I'm not saying you want to do exactly what they do, but you want to start learning their process. You want to start digging in and saying, "Hey, how did you get here? What were the steps you took?" So that I have like a path to follow. I have some sort of guideline to follow, right? So I got this in the very beginning. So as I'm reading through this book, one of the things that this mentor has the lady do in this book is build her team, right? She says, "I need you to go and find your top 3 to 4 closest friends, people that you trust, people that you think will get on board with your vision, right? People that want to move the direction you want to move." That's really important, is that you want people that believe in the direction in which you're going, and you want to surround yourself by them. Because if you surround yourself by people that are moving in the same direction, they're going to push you when you don't feel like you want to do it. They're going to push you when you want to quit or you have self-doubt. That's going to be a big piece of the puzzle. So in reading this book, one of the things that jumps out is it's 4 friends, right? And it wasn't even money driven, which was really interesting. So one of the things we always look at when we put together a team, or at least for me, I'm always looking to make sure that I have the financing first to pay somebody. I want to make sure that I have everything in place first. I want to have the business built first. I want the business building and making money first before I invite them in. But that's not always the way business works, right? A lot of the time how business actually works is that you get your 4 closest friends, people that you've worked with, and say, "Hey, I want to create this. And how do we make this happen?" Right? And so there's some sweat equity that goes into the beginning. There's some of our time equity that goes into the beginning to be able to generate the income, right? And it's with the understanding that when we bring on the clients, that we get a portion of that based on our efforts, our work skill, what we're charging for, right? So I'm always looking at this as like, how do we do this? Can we set up this structure so that everyone benefits? And what was interesting is that when I read The 1 Minute Millionaire, and I know this is a fictional story, but there's a lot of truth inside of this fiction, right? There's a lot of pieces that you can pull out and look at how you can apply to your business. So the structure they put in place was she had to first raise $1 million, and she had to do it within 30 days. Now, some of you might be going, "Holy crap, $1 million in 30 days. Well, that's a limiting belief. That's you saying that's not possible in 30 days, when truly, if you have the right team around you and you have the right team pushing you, anything is possible, as I'm discovering. And don't mind the dog in the background scratching. Because I have to point that out. Otherwise, you're going to be distracted, and I'm going to have put a hand here, and you're going to wonder what I'm doing. So I just got to point all that out. So what was interesting is that the agreement was, and they were looking to build a product, right? Or they were looking for an idea for a product to launch. And they went through a lot of different ideas. They sat there and they brainstormed, and they went through a lot of different things. And, 10 days in, they finally came up with their dream, what they were going to create, right? And then from there, they each had a objective. They each had an element that they were responsible for, right? They had to take on certain responsibilities. So I learned a lot about this, right? I highly recommend you read this book, because there's so many entrepreneurial little skills that if you read this, you're gonna fall in love with it, I believe, as much as I did. So what I took from this book is a couple of things. First off, I needed accountability partners. I actually need people in my life that can help push me and direct me in the direction I'm going. So this whole evolution of becoming CEO is also me stepping into my greatness. I have been hiding out like you wouldn't believe. Man, I'm the best sucker. I do my YouTube lives at 11 o'clock at night when nobody's watching. I don't write and tell anybody I'm doing my YouTube lives. I keep this so on the DL that it's shocking sometimes, right? And I got called out on this. Oh boy, did I get called out on this. And I got called out because of the fact that I have a Facebook page. I have an audience over there. And while I'm building out this YouTube channel, my audience isn't really here. So this is my hideout audience. Just so you know, you're a place where I come and hide out. And I spill my biggest, deepest, darkest secrets to you, because then I don't have to do it in front of my family and friends and people that I don't know what the story I'm making up. But the accountability piece, man. So today, because we made this promise yesterday, I didn't even tell you about it, right? Because I was like, crap, I gotta, gonna have to take this on. And so the piece was, and we all chose a time today. So I went live at 3:30 on my Facebook page, and then we had somebody go live at 4:30. We had someone else then say, hey, they loved so much what we were doing that they were like, hey, I'm doing this also. So we had one at 5. We had one, then we had our leadership call at 8. And then we had one at 9 or 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So, I mean, it was like out of the 12 of us, I think 6 of us, if I'm not mistaken, all went live today. And many of us for the first time on our personal profiles, right? Places where we would not normally share what we're doing, what we're up to, what's important to us. We stopped sharing that. So it was, it was like, oh, and I was like, okay, I've already done a live today. Do I need to do one for my YouTube audience? And the reality is, yes. I've already committed to doing this every day for 90 days, right? So the accountability piece is really critical, because without the accountability, I probably would not have turned on my camera, because they were sitting there texting me at 3:31 going, where are you? Right. And I'm sitting here like worried about the copy. And then at like 3:32, they're like, so where are you going live? And I'm like, oh my God. But that push, and then knowing that they were going to be on there, and then being able to share that, I mean, really tremendous support. So it kind of like reduces the stress, it reduces the nervousness, and is like, I mean, I was nervous. Like I got done with that and I was like, holy cow, like, did I just totally screw that up? Kind of a thing. That was my experience. And then on top of that, like I shared with you guys the other day, I opened up my Pinterest ad agency, right? And I shared with you kind of like how quickly we got all the pieces in place, because I started having these conversations. I started having accountability, and lo and behold, my business partner today is, calling me. It's, bright and early in the morning, because she's 6 hours ahead of me. 7 a.m. She's like, all right, this is what you got to do today. So who'd you call? Are we got the contract? Is it signed? Are we moving forward with this? Hey, I need this in here. Hey, why don't we all meet together in about 6 months and bring the team together? And she's already like off, right? And now I'm like, holy crap. Like now I'm totally accountable to my business partners and making this happen. So, the wanting their ability to not do or whatever has been replaced with excitement, with an aliveness, with a wanting not to do just better for myself, but a better for my team. Having all of them succeed, having all of them have those little successes, right? Because every time they did a Facebook Live, it was like success, right? They did it. And sharing in that, and then sharing out what they were doing. Like I did my first watch party, and I just kind of highlighted the conversations that we were having. So really, truly, a remarkable element for the importance of accountability. So yes, I would say accountability is 100% important. I would say accountability is going to be the key to your success. Accountability in being surrounded by entrepreneurs, because no matter what I've learned, that you need to surround yourself by people that want to go the direction you want to go. So you need to be part of a community that's moving towards that greatness, that is moving towards supporting the entrepreneur. I've had some amazing calls today with entrepreneurs from around the world, Africa, United States. I'm about to have one tomorrow, the international movement around entrepreneurship. And that's one of the reasons that has me so excited when I talk about the community I am and what we're doing, because we're truly providing a service that goes hand in hand with your business. So as I'm learning the skills, as I'm stepping back into my accountability, a lot of what I'm doing inside of this tribe and in this community, and I'm helping bring on other entrepreneurs, is also translating to the same type of conversations I'm having with new contracts, new businesses, about onboarding them for my Pinterest ad agency, about how to get their pin set up, how to get their business going. So all of that is a big piece of the puzzle. So if you're looking for an entrepreneurial community, if you're looking for a group of entrepreneurs that is here to support, hold you accountable, give you resources and tools that can help you build and scale your business, that are there for you every step of your journey, that applaud you along the way, so that when you do fall, they're there to pick you up, they're there to cheer you on. If that's something that you want to be around, and that's something that you think would benefit your business, is to be surrounded by people that can show you how to grow and show you how to step out of your comfort zone and show you just what's on the other side of this, and really hold you accountable for growing and scaling your business, then I invite you to watch the 90-second video. The link is down below. It's just 90 seconds. You decide for you and your business whether it's a good fit. If it is, great. If it isn't, great. But honestly, there isn't an entrepreneur that I know, that I have talked to, that wouldn't benefit from being part of this community, and just the direction and leadership and the integrity and the movement that's behind this project. So with that, I am definitely being held accountable, which means I have to get to bed soon, which means these lives are going to have to start happening sooner, because my team is requesting that I get up earlier and earlier so that I can support them in talking to other entrepreneurs, so that we can continue to build this amazing community and really make a difference in the world. So with that, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm just super appreciative that you're taking the time to jump in here on my YouTube channel, watch me live. Please leave a comment. If you're catching the replay, definitely write #replay. I'd love to know more about what you're up to and how I can support you in building your business. With that, have a good one, and I hope to see you inside the community.